Okay. So, good afternoon,
Good
Merrill.
afternoon.
I'm happy I met you,
Same
and
here.
I thought it would be interesting to interview you because you were talking to everyone about what you did, and you were very enthusiastic about it. So I figured, why not share to more people what you had to say? So tell us who you are first, and
Okay.
how did you come up with that?
Okay. My name is Merrill Haug.
Yeah.
Born in 1941, raised on a farm where I had access to shop. Was down there all the time, and learned how to use tools of all kinds, drills and saws and so on. And I developed a fascination with
Yeah.
triangles and circles.
Yeah. Very young.
Yeah, I was reading an article about a house with a curved roof, and the way it was shot, it looked like it was a triangular house. I was absolutely smitten with that. So I went, and when I got home, I made that house. I learned how to draw a triangle. I was 15 years old at the time. I was just absolutely, and I was into science fiction also.
Mm-hmm.
So science, technology, all kind of seemed to merge on me because basically I had a very, very rough upbringing. Very stern father.
What state was that?
It was in Kewaskum, Wisconsin,
In Wisconsin.
about
Okay.
45 miles northwest of Milwaukee. And I was basically adopted, me and my sister, to help raise food for the war effort at that time. And so basically to take up my spare time, I was down in the shop fooling around, and like I say, my fascination with triangles and all that. I ended up with this in a systems approach to design class in 1972.
This dates Sunny 1972.
In 1972, there was a class in systems approach to design, and I'd always been fascinated by this particular shape, and basically said,
What's
"Well,
it?
great, I got the shape. Now, how do I put it together?"
The
So I
shape.
backed off.
Well, I don't understand the shape to do what.
It was to systems approach design means taking one item, multiplying by many times, and then using it to make something.
Yeah.
And I was, some people took pencils, some took golfing tees, you name it. I mean, it was all over the map.
Hmm.
I went for this because of the fascination with the shape.
Hmm.
So I figured out that in order to connect it, I had to put a slot in each corner. So I cut about 25 of these out of backerboard from a picture, picture board and all that.
Yeah.
And eventually, I realized that once I started putting it together, I was going to end up with something that closed back in on itself.
Okay.
And
Now that we are looking at it, right?
yeah,
What does it do?
well, first of all, I thought that's kind of unique, kind of neat, so I'm going to get it copyrighted.
Okay.
So back in 1974,
Mm-hmm.
I submitted it to the Patent and Trademark Office, and they sent me my first copyright.
Okay.
And I didn't realize the importance of it, but I knew that these four bottom ones, made out of other material, could be used, like, say, a base for a table.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. So
And-
it's a design idea.
Right. So I then just said, well, that's a utility, so I need a utility patent. So I received a patent on this, and
So this has been going on since 1972.
actually since 1957, 58.
Yeah, but what did people do with it?
I've been protecting it.
Yeah, but did anybody use it for anything?
Yes, you can make tables and chairs out of it.
Okay.
Um, you, I made TV antennas out of this, high definition television antenna, which requires no directional.
So somebody actually bought the design from you?
I've sold several,
Yeah.
but we're basically. I was up until last year. I was still in the protective mode
Oh, you were
to getting
okay.
trademarked. This
For
now is trademarked under two different trademarks,
Okay.
and the sculpture is protected under copyright.
Yeah.
So you can use this for regular tables, no glue, no screws, no nails. You just put it together. It's like patio furniture, and I've gotten to an age where basically I'm not going to go into business. So what I'm going to do is license out
The design.
the design and let everybody else
Use it.
free of charge for the first 2 years, and then whatever they make out of it, any sales they make, will be fine.
Okay. So this particular globe is just a design.
Well, it's more than just a design. It's a fractal sculpture.
Okay.
Now, it's the only four-dimensional sculpture that I've been able to find. It has an axis here, an axis here, an axis here, and an axis here. 4 different axes, which qualifies this as a four-dimensional structure. One of the few structures in the world ever to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
There are many suppositions on what a four-dimensional structure would look like. This actually is a four-dimensional structure. I've been working with people who are in quantum physics. We're very well knowledge in it.
Yeah.
And they at first said, it is not, when I showed them the picture and sent them one of the kits,
Mm-hmm.
they came back and said, no doubt about it, it's a four-dimensional structure. It's unique. Nobody can do this structure or these modules without me.
Oh, okay.
I have
Okay.
worldwide protection under the copyright law.
Oh, okay. It's a nice design.
Yeah, and it's a sculpture in its own right.
Exactly.
Right, but you can also enhance it with.
A larger one.
You can make it as large
Big.
as this room.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I figured.
yeah, and you can make it out of plastic like this,
Or out of
but-
of something else.
yeah,
Yes.
but you can make it out of metal,
Yeah.
like chrome metal.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it out of wood.
Okay.
You can make it out of steel.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of these structures, if you were to make it out of steel reinforced concrete,
Yeah.
you could, about as big as this table, maybe a little bit larger, you could actually put a roadbed on top of it. You could make a roadbed base out of this structure. It turns out that this is the most basic structural element that you can devise. I had no idea for many years what I had stumbled across. And so all of that
Is
said,
anybody trying to buy it from you?
basically I've been keeping it under wraps
For the moment.
for the moment. I've got many people who, I'm on LinkedIn and others, in consultation with several people that are in quantum physics. Those are in structural mechanical products and all that. And so basically that's where I'm going to be going at, is I'm going to be offering this to license out for manufacturing.
That's nice. So before you did this, what was your profession?
Again, I've been a janitor all my life.
Okay.
I retired as a janitor.
Oh, okay, okay. So this was your hobby?
No, um, when I went into the military, I was in the United States Air Force. I scored a perfect score on their mechanical aptitude.
Oh,
One of the few, and I think it's 1 in 1,100 or 11,000. It's quite a large number, and I had no idea that my mechanical ability was that good. But perhaps my time in the shop, on the farm and everything, is where I developed that.
oh, okay.
Because I used to read Asimov and Arthur Clarke. I was totally into science fiction at one time.
Oh, really?
And so I used to build little futuristic high rises out of little blocks of wood and everything. I mean, it was my fantasy then, and it basically ended up with this.
Okay.
And
So now you have the final product.
right. Well, this is one of the products. These are available as a kit. I'm going to license that distribution of, like say science shops, the shops in the Modern Art Museum and so on. And that's my hope.
Yeah,
Now,
you can make a sculpture and put it in front of a building.
there you go. Basically, I presented this the first year of American Inventor. Once I got into the quantum physics thing of this, I mean, I had very good inventors there, but they had no idea what I was talking about. And so I did some more research on it, and that's when I realized the uniqueness of this structure.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever done it. You would. It's a very simple structure, and you can add to this thing on infinitely, and what
And
you
can
end.
expand.
Yeah, you can add it up in all directions. You can fill this entire room
With it.
with this,
With the structure as a base.
or you can make it as big. You can make one of these structures as big and still fill the room.
As you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and no size limitations on this thing. It's
And
like
then sell the sculpture?
it's like a four-dimensional Lego.
I understand. Then you can sell the sculpture.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever try to sell the sculpture?
No, I've been working on how to do the marketing and all that.
Yeah.
I thought that would be easy after the patent and copyrights and trademark. Turns out marketing is a very tough field to get into.
Oh, okay.
So in a way, I'm very appreciative of your interest in this.
Okay.
And when you met me at the
Meetup.
I guess I was a lot more verbose than I thought I was.
You were showing it to everybody.
Well, anybody that would stand still and listen,
Okay.
But I had the advantage of being probably the only inventor in that whole meetup. So with that, I basically played that ace card.
All right.
And
Did you make good contacts?
yeah, about five of the people made contact back. Others were video production people looking for business, basically.
Like me.
Yeah, and well, they were going to sell their services. You were unique
One
in
of
that.
them.
Yeah, this was something where I was going to be able to given a platform to explain it, and like I say, this is kind of unique for me because now I completely understand what I've developed here, and so if I can get that message out, then the rest of it will take care of itself.
That's good.
So,
So you might be able to kind of have it done in many different forms for different applications.
I'm going to license out the concept,
Yeah.
license out the fractal,
Yeah.
because that's the basic of the whole thing, the fractal. And anybody that thinks they have something, an idea that they want to employed with it, that'll be it.
That's good.
I mean, so
Right now, this is your prototype?
no, these are actual kits that I have available for sale.
Oh, you sell the actual thing?
Yeah. These kits go for about $6.95 a piece.
$6.95
Yeah.
or $695?
No, $6.95.
This whole thing?
Yeah.
And what do people do? They use it for decorations?
What? I'm sorry.
They use them for decorations?
You can. There's a lighting concept that's involved here.
Oh, you can put a lamp in
Yeah,
it?
put a light in it, and this is one of the reasons why I kept the space here.
Oh, you can sell it to a lighting company.
Exactly. You can make lighting out of it. TV antennas, tables, chairs. Like I say, even road support out of this one shape. It's the most basic structural element that's ever been designed, and I had no idea for many years what I had stumbled across.
Yeah.
So, with that, I basically had to, decide what who my market was.
Yeah.
Who was going to be interested in this,
Yeah.
and how to market it,
Really?
to license it. So, basically, my company, Wes-Tec Co, is a product development company, and what we do is use this to make prototypes, which will be featured like on sites like LinkedIn, maybe even on Facebook. I'm not so sure, but like I say, I'm new to this, and
You gotta get to learn.
I may even have to get a business manager to basically who knows how to set up a situation to market this. So
Sure, my daughter does marketing.
yeah, so like I say, there's lighting concepts. Like I say, I still have. I've been working on this since 1957, 58. And
what application has been the most the best that you have seen so far in those years?
Well, I think the one concept I like is that these four made out of wood, you put them together, and they've got four of these. Six of these, and they work at both feet and also as table platforms, and they just put a table over it.
Oh, you just put a table.
And it's very good looking. I believe I sent a picture of it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that has been the most satisfying application?
It's been the most easy to demonstrate, and I've made other concepts.
So they made how many tables out of it? Many?
I've only made the prototype out of it.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, because basically
you got to sell it to a furniture company.
All of my jobs, there was no pension or retirement plan, so I ended up with just basically ending up with retirement.
Just Social Security.
Just Social Security is all I live on.
Oh.
But I had been saving my money when I was working, and I made a couple of good investments, Qualcomm being one of them.
Oh, okay.
And when the market crashed, I still had some money left over, and I had a work comp problem on this left arm, my last employer. So combined the money, and I paid off my house.
Oh.
So my expenses are very low.
Just property tax. That's good.
Yeah, I just property tax and insurance.
Great.
$250 a month.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, unfortunately, even with the market at one time at a high, I still can't afford to move back to San Francisco.
Oh, where do you live now?
I live in San Pablo, north of Richmond.
I see. Is it nice?
It's a regular working man's neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, like families?
Yeah. It's 51% Spanish.
Really?
Yeah. And thank God I learned my Spanish early on. I enjoy my neighbors. My neighbors enjoy me, and I keep my place up and I help them with theirs.
Oh.
I basically go over and repair fences or my neighbors that are older, like me, women who are widowed and all that. I mow their lawns and, you know.
So now you're 72?
Yeah, I'm 72. I'm
Oh.
not getting on there. But,
Yeah, you're still in good shape though for your age.
Not bad.
You move a lot.
I enjoyed walking. I'm having a little problem now with arthritis,
Oh.
but I'm doing okay. I walked all the way from 16th and Bart here,
Oh.
16th and Mission on Bart,
In the rain?
and yeah, it wasn't raining that hard. Yeah,
And so basically you going slowly but surely with this?
it's been a long haul.
Oh, okay.
It's been a lot longer than I wanted, but they say that I've approached many people on this, and it's been pretty well rejected out of hand, and I felt kind of bad about that. Until somebody I met at one of the invention conventions. I think it was in the same place where we met.
Okay.
He said no good idea was ever accepted out of hand. He said the best ideas always are rejected at first, universally. He said, but if there's a really good idea, he said, that's exactly what you want. He said, because then they have to, once you put the idea out there, they're going to reject it, but then they have to discuss it. And then you have your argument, they have theirs. He said, it's like Gandhi said, at first they laugh at you, then they basically defame you. He said, then they accept you. And so I don't know where this is going to go.
Okay.
But
you have hopes that they will grow.
I'm hoping that somebody will see the uniqueness to this and the fact that it is a four-dimensional structure, not a three-dimensional. This is four-dimensional. And that one aspect is going to make or break this entire concept. Now, the fact that it can be used for everyday items, the concept can be used as the background for all the other applications. You could.
Oh, you can put it on any side and it will still hold?
This is 20 modules, 20 fractals.
Like if you turn it now, it will stand again?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it that way.
Oh, you can do it this way too. Oh.
But in fact, and as you can see, it's hollow.
Yeah.
And
when
I designed the original, everybody who would walk by would always put it like that.
Yeah.
Which makes it look stable and all that.
You can put walls on the sides and make a house out of it.
Yeah, you could make like a bubble chair.
Little tent.
Can make a bubble chair out of this.
Or a tent. Many ideas. Yeah. Did you try to sell it to a tent company?
I have tried several times, but I've never gotten anything back because it is so unusual.
Yeah.
And
because a tent, they need something inside, and then.
Yeah, you could make like a little center piece holder.
Yeah.
Out of just 4 of these, for like a banquet table.
Yeah.
Like I say, the idea is to just go on and on and on. And
did you try to get an investor?
Yes. Unfortunately, they all wanted my money
to do it.
Yeah.
So they want you to invest, not them to invest.
Well, they said they were investors, but when it came right down to it, what it ended up was...
They want you to advance some.
Yeah, they wanted me to loan money from them to do it.
So it was a loan, not an investment.
Yeah, yeah. The investment people, now maybe with this publicity, this exposure, then we'll have somebody who said, now that is something I want to look at.
Oh, okay.
And like I say, I'm all set up. I have my own website that I'm working on.
Oh,
It's under
okay.
construction,
All right.
which is westecco.com.
Okay.
And that's West-Tecco.
Oh, okay.
And
That's your first name, Wes.
yeah, well, actually, that's my middle name.
Oh, middle name.
Yeah,
Okay.
my first name is Merrill, and I never did like that name. It just didn't seem cool.
So you prefer West?
Yeah,
Wes.
yeah. Wesley, Wes. It seemed to roll off the tongue better, you know. So,
That's true.
and it was
So all your life people call you Wes?
my family still called me Merrill.
Really?
Yeah.
And your mom?
Long gone.
Yeah, but what did she call you when you were young?
Merrill.
Merrill. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So Merrill is your
Yeah.
it rings a bell.
When I went to the military, I told everybody my name was Wes because I don't know
And
why.
you like it better.
Huh?
You liked it better.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's so easy to remember.
Easy. Yes, yes. And where did you do the army?
I was in the Air Force,
Yeah.
and like I say, because of my mechanical ability, I immediately became an aircraft mechanic.
Really?
Yeah.
And you maintained the aircraft?
Yeah. These were the old B-47s.
Yeah.
The original, the first of the Boeing jet bombers.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a very good first sergeant who I was kind of expounding even then.
Yeah.
And he said, I fixed your wagon. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I signed you up for a college level GED.
Okay.
And I had my commercial teacher and my social studies teacher pull me into a room and set me down at a table and said, we're each giving you a half a point so you can get a diploma so you can even get into the Air Force. I was not considered very bright at that time. I mean, I didn't consider myself very bright. 3 weeks later, my first sergeant manned up, pulled everybody around again, and said, I've taken this test 3 times. I have never been able to pass it. This guy, me, passed it on the first try. And I just came back from my 50th class reunion back in 2011.
Good for you.
And quite a good survival rate out of that class. Out of 71, it was a small town.
Yeah.
Only 71 of us graduated.
Okay.
And 45 of us showed up. 11 of us were gone.
Oh.
And 20 of them just basically said, who cares?
Oh, okay.
But my small little town went from 1,928 people. When I was there in 2011, it was 2,989 people. But people were dying to move into that small little town because of the high school. The high school is considered one of the best high schools in the entire state of Wisconsin.
Good teachers.
Excellent teachers. I found out all the people that I thought were, the geniuses, valedictorian, Victorian for the class, they all were sweating beads because they didn't think they were going to graduate either.
And then when they graduate, they move to another city, I assume?
It was amazing. I got my prize because I had come from the farthest away from anybody in the class.
Oh. You came from California.
I came all the way from California. The other farthest one away was from Florida. And the other ones were all within about 500 miles of that little town.
Nice.
They had moved. One of the guys who organized the reunion, name was Konstantin Sadoniko.
And Greek.
He was Czechoslovakian. He was displaced during the Czech War, the Czechoslovakian, when Czechoslovakia was formed that time. He was a displaced person that time. And even he said none of us ever thought we were going to graduate out of that high school because they had such high standards that when you went to class there, you basically got a junior college education in high school. It was very, very excellent education I received. Had no idea I had at the time. And when I enrolled at San Francisco City College, where I ran across this idea, I passed all of the courses like that. I had no problems at all in any of the reading, writing, arithmetic, mechanics. The only thing I was not good in was administrative or business administration. And you don't get too much out of that on a farm.
So basically now your goal is to market it.
My goal is to get this out into
more hands.
Yeah, I want to expose the idea now, so more people can see it, so that they can contact me at my company Wes-Tec Co. At AO. I have a website. Not a website, but my email address is westecco at AOL.com. They can also reach me there.
Do you have a Gmail? No?
No, I don't.
You can.
No, I'm trying to keep life simple here.
Oh, okay. Just one email?
Yeah, even on my Facebook account, I only answer very select few people because otherwise I'm going to spend the rest of my life just answering emails.
Oh.
I mean, and I only have about maybe 100 people who are my direct Facebook contacts and friends and followers.
But when you have an invention, you can have a fan page.
Yeah, there is a in LinkedIn page. There's a Inventors subgroup there, and I'm part of that. And then I'm also in the quantum physics aspects of it also because.
Do you present to universities sometimes?
I live right next to Berkeley.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm going to be presenting this. I've got a larger sculpture that's about this big.
Oh, you're gonna present it to them?
I'm gonna go to the physics building in Berkeley, and I'm going to put a sign on it that says, "This is the answer to quantum physics."
Wow. And where are you gonna put the sign? In the classroom?
Actually, there's an ante room outside the classrooms, and I'm just gonna hang it right there. Kind of a bulletin
They gave
board.
you permission?
Huh? No, because it's a public
place.
Yeah.
So anybody can put their invention there. Where is it called? And is it in any hall?
Well, it's a common room that leads to the
classrooms.
The physics classroom.
And what are you gonna call it? You gonna have a name?
This is a copyright under Supernova.
Supernova.
Two words.
Supernova. That's easy to remember.
Yeah. In other words, it's great and it's new. Instead of one word, I divided it into 2 words.
It's new, relatively new, since you say you had the idea since 71.
Well, like I say, the copyright, though, has been since 1974.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So nowadays, new mean last week. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, because the world is moving much faster nowadays.
Again, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that.
Technology.
This is why probably I'll be needing a business manager, somebody who can get up to speed on this and, work with. And hopefully maybe this exposure will lead to that. So.
Okay. Will this invention solve any problem?
Yes. Um, Solving problems.
Yeah, will this invention solve any problem?
Yes. First of all, it would be like in IKEA,
Oh.
where you could use it for college dorms
Oh, okay.
or patio furniture. You could take your entire your patio, pull it apart, and store your entire patio furniture on a shelf in a garage.
Okay.
I've got this made out of wood. I can carry this entire thing for a 20-inch table, and I can carry it in a briefcase. And when I got the patent, when I applied for a patent, I walked in with a briefcase, and the guy said, "I thought you were going to bring in the invention." I said, "I did." And he was absolutely blown away when I set up this. I was going to bring it along today, but I thought, why,
No, you did good. So this is plain. This is plain plastic.
Yeah, this is just regular plastic.
Yeah. Somebody did it for you.
Well, see, and also, this is one of the things that this uses recycled material
Oh, okay.
because of the shape.
Who did the mold for this?
A company in actually Richmond, which are now been bought out by a company in Phoenix, Arizona, called Harbor Plastic. And
they did the mold for you.
they took one look at this sculpture and they fell in love with it. They asked me what my budget was, and they made the mold and everything for me for peanuts.
Oh.
I mean, they took a $35,000 mold, called in a lot of chips from people that they knew. They had engineers come in and do the design and engineering and machining, almost for free of charge. And I was able to get this mold made for a grand total of $18,000.
And now you can make many of those.
I can make 100,000 of those at a run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Do they own it or you own it?
I own it.
Or you own the mold?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I own the idea. I own the tooling. I've got 1,000 of these in stock already,
Oh,
and I can fill up 1,000 orders tomorrow. So
if there's a need for it.
my first step would be to go into gift shops, like in modern art museums,
That's a good idea.
science and space.
Yeah. Did you offer it to them?
San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. I presented it to them, and they never came back on it.
Really?
And they basically said, "Don't call us, we'll call you." I mean, when I
No, it's better to go to furniture stores than to go to an
True.
art museum.
well, actually, the first thing I am really looking at is cash flow.
Okay.
So this being already available for manufacturing and inventory is already in place, I can, the first 1,000 kits, I can ship them out, and I've got a cash flow.
Okay, and do you present that to other countries or just to start? Do you speak another language? You say you speak Spanish,
A little bit.
so you can
Me
sell
hablo poquito de español.
it. You can sell it to Spanish people too.
Yeah. Actually, supernova, nova is a
Spanish word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's a Spanish American
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's one of the reasons why. And like I say, not only is this recyclable, but the best way to make it is out of recycled material because of the shape. If you try to cut this out of regular stock, you have a tremendous amount of wastage.
Okay.
So you would use recycled material. This is made from recycled plastic.
Yeah.
And we just had the recycled emblem put on the new molds
But this is mostly for decorative purposes.
as it is right now. But I've got one in my bedroom with a running rod from these, and I hooked it up to my
Lamp.
no, to my TV,
Oh, to your TV.
and I get 60 channels over the air with the TV antenna that I made from this.
You made a TV antenna?
Yeah.
I want you to give me one. I need an antenna.
I've got everybody saying they want me to make them a TV antenna.
Yeah, I want you to.
But
How much would you charge for an antenna? Like what,
well,
20
the
bucks?
antenna probably could go for about. I'd probably make 100% profit at $20 a piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, make one for me.
You have to get in line.
Oh,
Because,
there a lot of people want one?
Every time I tell somebody that I can make a TV antenna, that make me one. That'll be one of the.
Idea to sell?
That'll be licensed out.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to license that out.
Oh, yeah, you can. You can get a manufacturer and he can
Right.
sell them all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. And they would have the marketing already in place.
And then they would
Like Radio
distribute it,
Shack or
and
whatever.
they distribute it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, put me in line.
Like I say, and then there's lighting. I'm gonna license almost everything out because, like I say, at my age,
Why you don't have time, yeah.
well, I was recently diagnosed with congestive heart failure,
Oh.
and I didn't know what was going on. I was starting to feel lethargic,
Oh,
and
okay.
my ambition kind of had gone out of me. So I went to VA and developed a breathing problem, and they diagnosed me with congestive heart failure.
Ah.
But it's early enough, young enough. They caught it early enough.
Oh, they fixing
And-
it?
Yeah, and I'm on medications so that have some kind of nasty side effects, but
Like
well, congestion.
congestion?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Oh, okay. So you have a doctor follow you?
Oh yeah, I have the VA doctors right on top of it, and they find
Is it a sort of asthma?
it's like asthma, it's like emphysema. There's no cure for it.
Just keep it
but
stable.
it's the hardening of the upper chamber of the heart. It doesn't pump out as well as it should.
Enough, like
And so,
oxygen.
you know, short-term memory is affected. But they said, my God, people get that at the age of 35.
They can.
And my neighbor said, heck, his mother had been diagnosed with that at the age of 75, and she lived to 98.
So they can maintain it.
Yeah, it's manageable.
It's manageable.
Yeah. So,
That's good.
but other than that, the mind still is
Ticking.
fascinated. See, here's another thing that I don't know if you can catch it. Each one of these are curved.
Oh.
They're concave.
Oh, yeah. They're not flat.
This whole thing is under stress.
Oh.
And because of this curvature, if you were to make this out of, say, chrome, and you had the reflective surface, each one of these would act as a lens.
Yeah.
And the natural center would be right there. And that's one of the products that we wanted to develop.
Mm.
See, if that can be a solar heater, or just what the possibilities of that are. So, if it develops a heat chamber right here in the center, then we're looking at a whole new application.
Like?
Not light, but energy. See, I told you about this being relative or relevant
Mm-hmm.
to quantum physics.
Okay.
When I was presenting this earlier, what I did was assign the three main particle features, which is the strong, the weak, and the electromagnetic, which is something that is constant throughout physics when they break down particles. And so I assigned strong, weak, and electromagnetic. So I had strong, weak, electromagnetic, and then strong, weak, electromagnetic. Building it up, the whole structure may be the way a quantum bubble is structured.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And as you can tell, this looks like a frozen explosion.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's exploding. And that very well may be exactly how a quantum bubble is built.
Okay.
So, and these empty areas, I mean, first of all, you got axes, then you've got these accesses, completely hollow. And that would go on forever and ever.
4 sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, 3. 1, 2, 3. The trees show up on this all the time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. 1, 2, 3.
How about this one?
That goes right through here.
Oh, you mean doesn't count?
Okay. It's got 3, quote, hollow areas or tunnels. But the thing is, it's all built on 4 axes.
Mm.
These all go through the center also.
Ah, got it.
This goes right through to here.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And that goes there. And that.
Yeah.
So you have 4 axes. It's like I say,
There's many applications to that.
It's probably unlimited.
Unlimited applications.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I'm not sure just exactly where it's going to go, but I wanted as many people
to share it
to understand what we're dealing with, and then go from there.
Oh, great. So anyway, it's been a pleasure for you to explain that to us here on French American TV. So I will follow up with you, and of course we'll air it so more people will know about you, and you never know.
We'll catch. Like I say, we'll see what happens on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And also my email site, and hopefully we'll get the web page up.
Yeah.
That's been difficult because the guy who's designing my web page just had a house fire.
No.
Yeah. House was built in '92.
Oh.
Did lousy electrical, and the whole second floor of his house burned out.
Oh no.
So he's busy with that.
Oh my God. What a story.
Yeah.
But there's a dime a dozen web designer out there.
They all want money.
Well, you have some.
Like I say, I've secured westecco.com.
Yeah.
So.
You mean the domain name?
Yeah.
But not the website yet.
If you go to Wes-Tec Co.
It says under construction.
Yeah.
We can get one going for you as soon as possible.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, there's many templates you can use.
How can I afford them though?
Yeah, you can.
Because
give me a call on Monday.
Yeah, see, I went through Network Solutions for this.
Yeah.
And they're charging me $6.95
for the hosting
a month, even though it's under construction. And then they came up with a bill for over $100 to maintain Wes-Tec Co on an annual basis. So I feel like I'm probably getting ripped off.
Yeah, you can change companies. I'll tell you Monday what to do.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, well, it was a pleasure to have you here. and I enjoyed discovering about this magnificent design.
It's a very, very unique.
It's very unique, yes.
Yeah.
So congratulations on inventing it. It's at least your legacy, right?
Well, it's actually what it's probably going to be. I'm not really looking at getting filthy rich over this, so that would be nice.
But that's your invention.
Something that would outlive me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So congratulations and thank you so much for
Well,
being...
thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
So
That it?
that's it. Thank you so much.